small business or vendor or even like nonprofit, of course, or anybody that we've ever like had as part of our events or even be interested in our events that didn't have like 100% of their heart and soul in like whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
Because like the veganism thing is still, well, I suppose it's been around forever and ever, but like it's really kind of like picking up some mainstream traction as of more recently. So, and if you want to kind of be a part of that, it's still like a big, like on the grand scale of things, like vegans are a minority in a big way. Like to have that be like your customer base and who you're appealing to, like you have to have your heart and soul in it. Nobody's getting into it because they think it's a quick way to make cash, you know?
Or at least,
there are other ways to do that.
Bigger companies are doing it for that, but like the little guys like us are,
Yeah, I still think like even the big vegan companies, maybe outside of Impossible Burger, what we think of as big companies are still pretty small. Like they're not a Campbell Soup or like, they're still like. But I do think like what we started doing over the November thing is when people had to sign up, they had the option of like telling us where they thought their business would be in 5 years. And like seeing what they were really working towards was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like it really gave you some insight into what. I mean, now I'm getting all teary. It's this Prosecco. Like, so it was really touching.
Vegan treats and Prosecco.
Touching.
It was cool seeing really people's stories because some of the stories were, I'm just happy to be part of this event and like I have my full-time job on the side and this is a great side gig for me and it's a passion and I don't want to make it any more than that where, because sometimes when people take their passion and they make it too much of a job or too much work, they, and that's fabulous. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But then there were some people that were like, in 5 years from now, like, I want to be in big stores or I want to own this many restaurants and I want to be all over the country and I want to, and it's a lot of like heart and soul stories. It's really cool.
So like now that you're saying that, I do think like these events in New Jersey are a little bit different than other people's events. And like I do kind of feel like Prosecco talking, but like,
well, let's just take a moment to brag.
This is going to be like some of these places that like started here, and already some of them have like outgrown what we're doing.
Yeah,
and to see, I would like in 5 years from now, I would like to say that they all started here in Asbury Park. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, like the people who have their own stores now, or like Baklava Lady, Mo Puis, people who have their own storefronts now, and
is super cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, it is inspiring seeing people grow and even just seeing the movement as a whole grow. When we, like our first Veg Fest that we ever did was in the Hyatt. We had 30 vendors. We were stoked. We were like, oh my God, I can't. It took us 2 years to be able to get 30 vendors.
It really
We
did.
were so stoked. We were like, holy shit, I can't even believe we're going to have an event. Like, this is actually going to be like an event. And we were so, so happy about 30 vendors.
Yeah.
And now I got to tell you, if we had like 30 vendors only or something like that in this Asbury Park event, it would be devastating. We would be like, well, this is awful. People don't want this anymore. Like, it wouldn't.
But this time in Asbury Park,
work.
this weekend, tomorrow, we have 67 vendors. And that's the most we've ever tried to. It's going to be pretty crazy.
And people were still trying to get in.
Yeah, people are still trying to get in.
Yeah. And a good amount of those have found their way to the Veg Fest through you, too.
Maybe.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
Oh, no.
It's definitely true.
No.
Yeah.
But, it's fun. It's fun. And
It is fun.
I didn't realize that I would like that. Like when I started doing this with you guys, I just wanted to be involved. And, because I met you guys I volunteered for the Meadowlands.
Yeah.
And I did it. The first person I met was Dawn.
Yeah.
We were in like the screening room, where the movies were being shown in the speakers, and so she was the very first person I met, which should have just told me everything right from there because Dawn Messino, you're great.
Dawn Messino's awesome. She's gonna get dinner with us later.
She's NJ Dawn or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
NJ Dawn.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. And and everybody I met and from that point on, I was like, oh, and then of course the Asbury Park event, I'm like, yes, I'll volunteer for that. And then it kind of just snowballed from there. But I wanted to be involved because it revolved around veganism, but I didn't realize how much I would like the part of the whole small business.
Yeah.
Like watching people dream really is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And sometimes achieve. And it's just a beautiful thing to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is. I agree.
Yeah.
And also, like, everybody that's really become part of our team, you, Dawn, Becky, like, Denise even, they're all people that, like, we didn't kind of, like, seek anybody out. It was really just, like, Kendra and I, and we were trying to figure it out. We really are two idiots still. But, like, we were really idiots back then. And, like, when we were first getting started. And, like, it's almost like everybody that's become part of our team has been, like, this very organic, like, well, it just makes sense to have you on board. It's people that were, like, that really do have their heart in the mission, and like it just makes sense to have Dawn on the team. It just makes sense to have you, and it just makes Becky, like, she's meant to be our volunteer superstar. Yeah. It's almost like it's a good feeling to know that we've managed somehow to create something that is, like, attracted really good people to allow these to continue.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moving parts.
It is, and it's an organic thing. That's the right word. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this Prosecco is delicious. Yeah, it's really good. Do we have any more left? Do you have the bottle, Ming?
I didn't want to ask, but thanks for asking.
Why hold back? Thank you.
I don't know.
Does anybody want to? You're good? Sure. You want to refill?
But see if you guys get enough.
I'm just going to have a little bit more. That's it. Just a little bit. We'll
Everyone
give
gets
Kendra a little bit. Everybody gets a splash. Here, take.
It is really interesting
take
to
your
see.
Splash.
It is. I think that it's really changed in the last few years. I can't wait to see what happens in the next couple of years.
Me too. I mean, especially with the rising popularity of, like, with Burger King and, every fast food place offering an option.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's just bizarre. And I still can't believe it. Like, I'll drive past the Burger King near my house and they still have all these Impossible Whopper signs.
Yeah.
And, don't hate for us talking about the Impossible Burger.
I'm with you.
It is an amazing thing. I mean, to drive by that Burger King and see the Impossible Whopper sign there, just...
Have you gone to a Burger King to try it?
I've tried the Impossible Whopper probably about 3 times.
I like it, and I can make it at home for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, there's something about going to a Burger King and
with the wrapper
and the French
nostalgia.
fries,
the whole experience.
And like, I haven't been in a Burger King or a fast food restaurant in like 20 years, and it's like, oh my God, look at these are my pizza.
Went through the drive-thru and got it and brought it home because I needed to put my vegan cheese on it.
Yeah.
Come on. But
I'm surprised they don't have vegan cheese.
I know. Maybe they will though.
You know who should have vegan cheese? Is Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts should get a vegan donut to go with their sausage patty.
Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing. They
Just
all
saying.
wear the shirts, right? The thing that kind of blows my mind. Sorry, we digress here for a moment. We're going to come right back to it. But like, the thing, like when you walk into Dunkin' Donuts, everybody now is wearing like the green shirt that says like plant-based, like right across
give
it.
me a donut.
And it's like you
want a
have
donut.
a sausage on an English muffin. That is your plant-based.
Yep.
So like,
It's pretty
listen,
good.
I'm
you
all
can
for
do a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like,
even still, the fact that they have their employees wearing a plant-based, I mean,
I know.
I look like the weird lady who'll come in and just be like, oh, that's so beautiful to
I
see.
think it's really cool. I'm glad you said that
it is
because
really
there are
changing,
some
yeah.
people that I like. I don't know if it's more like traditional purist kind of people that are like, like some people are even saying that's going to kill the vegan once all these fast food restaurants. I mean,
I don't think
what are
it's
your
going
thoughts
to.
on that?
I understand their point of view, and they want to see dollars go to the true vegans. Perfect world, yeah, but at the same time, you cannot minimize the difference it's making by having these available mainstream.
Yeah.
And just it's getting into the mainstream consciousness.
I
Even that
agree.
itself is such a huge step
Huge.
that I can't talk bad about it.
I'm with you. I agree. Like I feel like
growing up eating it, Burger King was my favorite as a kid. So like
Yeah.
that first day that I had that Whopper and fries and I put the cheese on it and I was just like,
it's like you're 10 years old again.
This is bizarre. Yeah. This is a bizarre feeling. It was very cool.
Yeah, I agree with you honestly about like, and I understand the want to like have the dollars go to the small businesses and the people that that are bootstrapping, really trying to make it happen. I understand, but like for every Impossible Burger that is eaten, like there is a cow, maybe multiple, being saved because that person is not eating a regular Whopper.
Right.
Like the more we can have these plant-based options available to people, the less the animals are dying, right?
pretty amazing.
Like just statistically, that's how it all shakes out.
I saw there was an article that was going around social media that last year 250,000 animals were saved
I saw that.
You know, and I don't know if that's
So
true or
awesome.
not, but
By people eating
the
vegan-
Impossible.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, and
Like I feel like famous right now. People walking by.
People walking by on the boardwalk.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
so it's very cool.
I think it's really cool also.
Yeah.
I've only had the Impossible Whopper once just because I had to try it like when it first came out, and it was amazing.
I've only had it about 20 times.
I did a
It's really
taste
good.
test. I did a taste test with my brother. He's
Really?
total meat eater. Yeah, I have it on video too, but I didn't.
yeah.
I should post it. It's pretty funny.
Post it in AP Veg
Yeah.
because that would be hilarious.
I should. But it was actually him and my stepdad, and I had a regular Whopper and an Impossible Whopper, and I gave half, and I'm like, all right, tell me which one is the Impossible, and tell me which one is the real.
Yeah.
My stepdad couldn't tell. He
Are you
picked, I
serious?
swear to God, he picked the Impossible and thought that was the real Whopper.
Really?
My brother was able to tell, but it took him a few minutes of eating it and going like a few
Wow.
bites. And I mean,
And
even
normally
just
you don't
that.
put in that much thought when you're eating a Whopper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, my brother. And there was another time where we went to Seed Burger in New Brunswick.
Yeah. I haven't been there. Is it good?
Yeah, we only happened to go there. We were at at St. Peter's, and we just took a walk to get some lunch. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take you to one of your vegan places." And I'm like, "You don't have to." And he's like, "No, I will." And he did. And he got the Beyond Burger, and it was pretty sweet. I have a really funny video too. But yeah, it was sweet that he was willing to try, and he liked it.
That's pretty cool that like he couldn't tell really the difference.
I mean, it took
between-
him a good few bites, and even just that, I was like,
Wow.
case closed.
I haven't had a regular burger in so long.
I know.
That like as I was having that Impossible burger, I was curious to how close it really was to the real burger, to the real Whopper, because I don't really remember what it tastes like, and it tastes normal when I have it in the Impossible one, and
Well, you
so
know what
that's
happened?
interesting.
You know what happened the last time I got it, which was the last time I did get it. I will have it again, but this last experience, I was like, oh, all right, maybe I'm going to hold up on this because I got one, and for some reason, it just was in my head. It tasted so real, and again, I haven't had a burger in 11 years or whatever,
Yeah.
but it tasted so real that I just was convinced that it was real, and I had to throw it away.
That happened. So I went with Dawn to a restaurant and ordered the Impossible when it first came out, and we were splitting it, and we literally sent it back because we were like, I think a
Right.
mistake was made here.
It's
And they were like,
crazy.
no, did not happen.
Yep.
So it is like unsettling when you're like so used to like eating black bean burgers
Yep.
or like something that's like clearly not a
Clearly
burger.
not meat.
Yeah. It's just in the shape of a burger.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I had to
is.
throw it away. I'm like, there's no way. They made a mistake. There's no way.
That's why. Yeah, the garlic knot pizza. I've never
haven't
had
had
it,
it,
but
me neither.
man, does it look
It
ridiculously
does.
good.
And they're gonna have it with you can get like Beyond Meatballs, I think, on
Is that
it.
right?
Yeah.
I just saw
All
the
over
garlic
that.
knots around the crust, and I was like, sold.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Me and Ed were like, oh yeah, we're getting a few pieces and
God.
taking them home.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. Stocking up.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It sounds like that guy who owns Pasquale's Pizza, he got into making these weirdo vegan pizzas that are awesome because his daughters are vegan.
Yes.
And it seems like that's why a lot of restaurants end up doing it. Like this in Los Amigos, Atlantic City, that Clifton's Billiards has stuff because
Yeah.
their son is vegan. Like, I guess that's how we change like your local things.
Exactly. See, I
get
mean,
their
and even if
kids.
you're not one of the,
Yeah.
you're not a protester, you're not doing this or you're not doing that. I mean, that one girl who decided to go vegan and her father owns
Yeah.
a restaurant and so on and so forth,
Yeah.
Like Crust and Crumble, the owner is not vegan, the nicest guy in the whole entire world, by the way, but not vegan, but I think like over 60% or 70% of his business, something like that, is vegan.
Is that right?
Because his vegan food is so good. And he's like the OG
Yeah.
vegan guy here in New Brunswick. I mean, Atlantic
Asbury
City.
Park.
I mean,
You're
Asbury
Asbury
Park.
Park. Asbury
It's
Park.
the Prosecco.
What
It's the
city am I
Prosecco.
in? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man,
All
that's
right.
awesome.
Yeah.
It does seem like a lot of restaurant owners end up getting into veganism or even kind of like debating on the idea of having vegan options on their menu from their kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's even like in Morristown, there's a few like vegan, just regular non-vegan restaurant owners that their
Yeah.
kids are vegan. And like, I think that's what kind of It seems to almost be like a generational thing, right?
Yeah.
It seems like
I think it is. In Morristown, it seems like all the newer restaurants that come in have vegan stuff on the menu, or you can pretty much convince them to.
Yeah.
But like older restaurants, it's really hard because they are dumb.
It is.
Okay. I didn't like I don't want to say, well, they are. It's like sometimes I've had like arguments with people in Morristown because they act like you're trying to ruin their menu. I'm like, you should really take people's money.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
Yeah.
have to eat it, but take our money.
there's been a few times
Yeah.
where we'll just go into pizzerias in Morristown anyway, and we'll say like, hey, if you add vegan cheese to your menu, like, you know, Kendra and I, for what it's worth, you know, we're gonna hype the shit out of it on the
We're
internet.
important.
Yeah.
We're
Really important
We're
people.
gonna go insane over it,
Yeah.
and like people. The general response that we've gotten is that people don't really want to carry it for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like, you don't have to eat it, you don't have to like it, but if there's a demand for it, sell it to people.
even just get a little small order and
Yeah.
just try it
Yeah.
out for a couple weeks. and
Right. What is the
Do
deal?
you do a
have it,
Meatless Monday with some
they
vegan
will
cheese
come.
specials? and
Yeah,
see how it
Meatless
goes?
Monday with vegan cheese. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure Monday is kind of a slow day for most takeout. Or
Yeah.
it's
And now
No.
they're like becoming infamous.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just goes
they're
to show.
infamous for
Yeah.
a pizza that I haven't even tried yet, but it
Tomorrow.
looks
I know.
ridiculous.
I don't even
Yeah.
need to try it. That's my favorite.
I don't even need
pizza
to
right
try
now.
it. Like, if you're gonna put a garlic knot, a vegan garlic knot, and a vegan sliced pizza, I'm eating
Yeah.
it.
I mean, every review, every single one of, you know, people are like, oh, I drove an hour, you know, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
so worth it.
Yeah, the
so
reviews
worth it.
on the internet look really good.
Yep.
Oh man, what a great day tomorrow's
Yeah,
gonna
if
be.
you're going to come tomorrow for it. Oh, is this going to be released before tomorrow?
Doesn't matter. We're all talking about it like it's tomorrow
Okay.
anyway, because in reality it's tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Tomorrow.
totally
It is
fine.
tomorrow, yeah.
Or
So-
if you came yesterday, depending on when we post this. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. If you came yesterday, then hopefully you did try the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a chance
Amazing.
to. I'm sure they're going to sell out.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
gonna
coming
sell it
early.
for
I'm
sure.
going to come early tomorrow.
Yeah. I think early, honestly, given the trajectory of our ticket sales right now,
Yeah.
I think early is the way to go.
Yeah.
Early is the way to go. And we've been very vocal about this on the internet, and this might be posted after the event. Who knows? But there's a very, very good chance that we're going to sell out these tickets before tomorrow, even. Honestly,
which is
like
crazy.
there
Yeah.
might even be. We're really close to it. It's a funny thing. It's a funny balance that we have that we have to try to maintain with these events, because if the event is really, really crowded, the vendors are stoked. They're like, awesome, look at my line. I like, this is going to be nonstop for hours. I'm going to sell out, and like they're really happy about that. But when it is really crowded like that, the attendees don't have a good time,
Right.
because they're like, for just the same reasons that the vendors love, they hate their lines are too long, and like, you know,
Right.
I can't make my way around the event. This is ridiculous, and like, it's uncomfortable, and I understand that.
Yeah,
So,
but, you know.
so it's a delicate balance that we have to maintain. So I think that's why we're doing like the ticket cutoff. I mean, some people are going to get upset about it for sure, but like we kind of have to.
We're pretty close. We have 71 tickets left.
That's it.
Wow. No, I think the ticket cutoff's a great idea. Because then, you know, for
If it
peop-
gets
yeah.
too busy, it's just going to be, you know, that's
Yeah.
not. We don't want people to go there and have a bad time. It's counterproductive. It's not what it's for.
Yeah.
So
I think this is the first time that we've sold out in advance like this.
there's another keg moving.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. Like, after we sell out, we really the only thing we have to do is make sure everyone has a good time.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be. I don't think that we've ever had the time to be like, is everyone having a good time? I think people are gonna be really annoyed with me asking that tomorrow.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Any good time? What
Yeah.
would be
If you're
better?
not, call me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not,
I'm
call
ready
me.
to take your complaints. Here's my phone number and my email.
Let's go to dinner.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, that's so funny. This is all rooted from that book you read, Hug Your Haters.
It was called Hug Your Haters, and that's my favorite thing to recommend for sure.
that book.
amazing.
I just gave a talk. I don't know if we're doing another podcast after this, but
What time is it?
I was a featured speaker at this business incubator, and it was a thing called like founding failures, and you had to talk about all the mistakes you've made. It was really fun.
Oh, wow.
And I talked about that Hug Your Haters book because I read it for a different job right before we started this. And I still remember the first time it really just tells you how to deal with people on the internet to get to the real problem. And it's like, gives you really like solid steps. And I still remember the first time you called me, like someone left a mean comment and I'm going to delete it. And I was like, no, I got this. And I think I was drunk and just sleeping and it totally worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it turned out that lady was complaining about something. It's weird that I remember every complaint for sure, probably because I talked to them on the phone. But she was complaining about something but she was really mad about something else. People are real odd.
I don't really
like
remember,
that a lot of the
but I do remember like at our first event, somebody complained that we didn't have a kid's price. And like you wrote a whole blog post about how like we didn't think about it because we don't have kids.
Yeah.
We have cats.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a learning curve to these
Yeah.
events, that's for sure.
But I think if you're like honest about the mistakes you make, people are.
It's better anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like people can become your biggest fans for sure. Like some of the people that really were mad at us,
That hated us.
and now they kind of like know what I'm gonna say, and like I see people answering for me.
Really?
Like, why don't you give Kendra a call? Here's her number.
People are just passing
Yeah.
around your phone number
Yeah.
now.
Sometimes people email me or like, well, I guess my name is in my email, but they'll call me and they're like, and they know who I am. I'm like, I don't know who this is. Like bill collector. I don't know. She's not here right now.
That's pretty funny. Well,
Right.
thank you for dealing with that shit
You're
because
welcome.
I'm just not equipped. Like I am just
Yeah.
not equipped to handle it the same way you are.
That's why you guys make a good team,
Yeah.
because I would not be equipped either.
I'm just not. It's not even a matter of like, I'm not trying to undersell myself. It's not a matter of that. Like, and it's not a matter of like, it's just straight up inability. Like, I am not equipped to handle people the way you are. Because I feel like on the internet, you're pretty good about like point, counterpoint, point, counterpoint. Let's get on the phone. Let's get on the phone. But like with me, I just know how it would pan out with me. It's going to be like point, counterpoint, point, like, and then eventually I'm going to be like, well, fuck you, and then delete it.
There's
and like,
a lot-
that's not the way to do
But
it.
especially with events. Like, I feel like we're segueing into something weird here, but like with events, I've seen other events and they like delete every mean comment and people notice that.
Yeah. That's
Like,
not how you make friends.
Yeah.
That's not how you really build
Yeah.
it. That's not how you community build.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't do it. Therefore, I'm not the person to do it.
I am the
So-
person to do it. Call me.
Yeah.
My phone number is all over our Facebook page.
Your cell phone, even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, but AP Veg seems pretty tame, right? No issues there.
It is pretty tame. Like I said, I mean.
Do you get the random troll?
Yes. And I.
What are some troll
I just
stories?
don't engage. I
You just don't engage? Yeah, see, that's a pretty good way to do it.
It takes a lot for me to engage or to delete something, or I'll usually wait for somebody else to come in. I love
Yeah.
when like someone else comes in and rides in like the white knight. It's like, well, this is what's
and
really
just
Yeah.
let the shit ensue.
Right. But yeah, no, it's very tame, and luckily, in the group, because it's once the groups get really huge that I think then you start hitting the problems.
Yeah.
So it's just like a small group, and yeah, it's very, very tame because I won't deal with it. I
Yeah.
won't have it. I won't have it.
No, I think it's good. I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, let's really try to keep the negativity out, and
Yeah.
and not engage with it.
Right.
And sometimes that's exactly what people are looking for too. They just want somebody to engage their shit.
Well, yeah, and anything mean-spirited, I'm just not.
It's out.
I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah, neither do I. Neither do I.
I'm like, are you mean? Here's my phone number.
I know.
Call me.
Are you mad at the world? Call me.
I'd like to talk to
Let's
you
go
about
get some
it.
coffee.
It's fine. It's going to be okay.
Well, I think you're doing really great things
Thanks.
with actually across the board with Instagram and Facebook with AP Veg, and also like working with us. Like it's really amazing. And so we're really lucky to have you as a team member and as a friend.
Thank
and
you.
as a Asbury Park vegan. What's the word I'm looking for? Somebody that really appreciates the food here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, if anybody's not following you, they should be. So on Instagram, it's AP_veg.
Yes.
Right? And then say the Facebook one again.
Facebook is just AP Veg, and there's a Facebook group that's Asbury Park Vegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where you're really going to learn about, I think, not only what goes on with our events, but more importantly, local to here. Like all the stuff that's happening local to here,
Yeah.
events small and big.
I do, and it's not just Asbury Park. I try to do like the shore area.
Yeah.
So Monmouth,
It's all
Ocean
close
County.
quarters.
Yeah. So anything cool that's going on, that's kind of in the shore vicinity, I'll plug for people. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really good. So, yeah, and again, if anybody's even thinking about maybe getting involved in our events in any sort of way, you can reach out to Jules, Jules,
Yes.
at njvegfest.com, or you can reach out to her on either one of her social media accounts. And whether it's even part of our events or not, like I'm sure Jules will definitely do a post about you if you're promoting veganism in any sort of way in Monmouth and Ocean County,
Yep, happy to.
Yeah.
Happy to.
So, so thanks for being on.
Thanks
I
for
really
having me.
appreciate it. Yeah.